Welcome to episode 16 of the Smart Business Show. Today I want to start by reading a quote for those of you on video. Here's the book. It's called Growing a Business by Paul Hawken. And he started a few businesses over the year. The co-founder of Smith & Hawken, and he also started a food company or a grocery store. Anyway, here is the quote I want to read to you from this book. For success to be achieved, many things have to go right. In fact, so many things have to go right that the task of starting a new business might be judged impossible when thoroughly examined, and so many things will go wrong that you decide that success is something that happens despite your efforts. Reading that this morning, as I do read every morning, got me thinking again about a discussion with Morten. I was going to say Morten Rand Hendrickson, I believe is exactly how you say his last name, but Morten. As we talked about so many people saying that freelance is the way, in big air quotes, the way. That's how you're going to have the freedom to work on everything you want. And you're actually never going to have the time to work on everything you want. You're always going to have to make decisions. But the fact is that it's a lot of work to run freelance, to run a business. And most people don't actually run a business, they run a job. What does that mean? That means that they're always trading their hours for something. Like they always have to be inputting. If they stop input, there's nothing. And that's sort of where I sit. I have some products, but they certainly could not float my boat currently. And that's where most freelancers are going to sit. They have this dream about some product or something else they're going to release, and that's not what actually is going to happen. Now, you can make money doing that. Not going to say you can't. I have made good money doing that, right? I think last year I invoiced just over 100,000. I'm on track to do at the bare minimum that again. But to run a business, you need to be doing more. And I'm not sure I have the answer because part of me feels a little bit in that scenario. Last quarter was really tough. It was just really tough. It did not turn out like I wanted. I was $10,000 short of the goal I wanted. And there was a good dry spell in the middle there too. Now, I was lucky that I had some savings, but still, it was a tough month. Or tough, I guess the middle of the quarter was good, and that was it. The beginning was tough, and the end was tough. But that's where most people sit all the time. It's always tough. They're always looking for a little bit of work because they can't quite get enough to really kick their business into high gear. And that's not what I want for you. It's funny me saying that many of you are going to fail. You're going to go out and do a business, and then you're going to have to go back to employment, and that's fine. Maybe you're actually really not cut out for freelance. That's totally fine. There's nothing that says that a freelancer or someone running their own business is necessarily better than someone working a job in any fashion. So don't feel that you have to run a freelance business just because that's what other people do and they seem successful. We only hear about the success stories. So you only hear from me because, I had enough luck at the beginning to continue to do this for 5-6 years now. That's it. That's the reason you hear from me. You didn't hear about the, 4 or 5. I know there was actually 2 friends that I was working with at the same time that we were kind of running a bit of a competition to see who could get it on their own first. And we all got out on our own within a couple months of each other. I am the only one still on my own. The other 2 are not. I have numerous other friends who have continued to talk about, I need to get out freelance, and they just haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to get out to run their own business. So just remember that it is a lot of work. If you're going to get out there, try to put together a plan. Not only put together a plan, but put together a plan and reevaluate that plan on a regular basis so that you can make sure you stay on top of where things need to be. That you can keep learning and keep working towards running an actual business that doesn't need you around to earn money. That you can, whether that's an employee or 2, or whether that's some products, or whether that's some other recurring services, or whatever it is, so that you don't need to be there and to always be inputting every minute to get anything back out of it. And that's really what a business is. The rest of it is owning a job. Again, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I don't think that's what most of you want if you're listening to this. You don't want to just run and own your job, which is what most freelancers do. They own their job. What you want is to run a business that is successful, that brings you freedom, that lets you work on projects that are interesting, and that earns well for you, earns an income that supplies all your needs and some of your wants. You're probably not going to get all of your wants, right? Not all of us are going to strike it to be millionaires, but lets you get an appropriate amount of wants for yourself as well. Thanks for watching.